Good afternoon everyone, my name is Jin Zuan. I'm going to talk about the introduction. The person that we get to interview is Mr. Ong Yik. He is a financial crimes compliance manager in HSBC Bank, which is located at Cyberjaya. He is currently 35 years old and he had 11 years working experience in financial industry. Next, the reason he chose to work in this area is because he graduated his degree in banking and finance at Siaw University College. Besides that, he is more interested in finance and most of the skills and knowledge are related to finance. Next, his responsibility in current positions are basically to support the head of financial crimes manager Hong Kong to implement policy in Malaysia for counter-terrorist financing risk management framework and anti-money laundering to meet the legislation and requirement. He will manage the process and set the expectation for the team to achieve the goal. Also, he will implement the strategy and standard and policy that being implemented in Hong Kong. Lastly, he will develop and maintain a collaborative working relationship with monitoring, testing, and country as well as regional team to ensure every transactions are clean. Thank you. So now I would like to pass to Jun Kang to continue the presentation.
My name is Jun Kang. I would like to talk about the career option and job opportunity in this field. We had asked Mr. Ong Yik about the career option that are available for finance planner, and he mentioned that banking industry is one of the options that finance graduate can concern on. Although his department doesn't really require finance graduate, but is an additional advantage for us to perform better. He also suggests us to look for jobs like finance trader, finance analyst, and finance planner in any public or private company if they have the finance department. We also asked him to explain the job description of the career option that he mentioned. As a finance trader, they're basically selling finance products such as bond and share that execute the traders electronically or by phone. For finance planner, they normally help individuals to develop a finance plan, and this will help them to control their expenses and managing their debt. For finance analysts, they basically analyze current and past financial data and prepare the financial report for the company. Moreover, we also asked him what are the challenges for the job opportunity that he mentioned and what we need to prepare in order to face the challenge. He mentioned that the challenges include meeting the customer and employee expectation, regulatory pressure, as well as changes of technology. Therefore, we have to enhance our skill, knowledge, and attitude in different aspects to overcome the challenge. Thank you. I will pass to Kah Kin to continue the presentation.
My name is Wong Kah Kin. Today I would like to talk about the employer expectation. So the first question is, what kind of fresh graduate are HSBC Bank looking for? So qualification is the first thing that the employer is looking for. It is a ticket for the fresh graduate to go into the working world. If they wish to work in a big or well-known company such as KPMG or Deloitte, then they might look for more finance qualification. Besides that, the employer will look for fresh graduates who have more skills, knowledge, as well as experience. The fresh, they can learn it from college, university, or club society that they involve. Moreover, be involved in extracurricular will be an extra advantage for the fresh graduate. If the employer knows that the fresh graduate have participated in any curricular activities before, they will have a higher chance to be considered and involved in new projects. So the next question will be, what type of training will the company provide for the fresh graduate? So HSBC Bank usually will have a mandatory induction training program for the fresh graduate. For the first few days, they will introduce the things such as products and services so that the fresh graduate can be more understand and recognize about it. After that, there will be 3 weeks hands-on training program. The hands-on training program is basically like a practical training. Also, there will be a 2 weeks classroom training program for the fresh graduate. It is like in this training, they do their work and the employer will check for their work whether correct or wrong. They also encourage fresh graduates by providing them for extra training program outside the company. The next question will be, will HSBC hire a fresh graduate without any experience? The answer is yes, because the employer didn't expect that the new freshly have any experience in the workplace. In the working life, they will first look at fresh graduate skill, knowledge, and most importantly is their willingness to learn. And the last question of this section will be specification of fresh graduate who have no experience in this field. So the specification that employers will look for is skill, knowledge, and attitude that the fresh graduate have. They will look for freshly whether they can apply the skill knowledge in the workplace. They require freshly to have a long-term and stable career plan as well as diligent work ethic. Also, they will look for fresh graduates who have a positive mind, being practical and having a long-term passion in the workplace. Now I will pass to Yik Lien to continue the flow. Thank you.
My name is Yik Lien and I would like to talk about the selection method that HSBC use. The first question is, how will your company conduct recruitment and selection activities? And the company will have 3 steps for them to conduct their recruitment and selection activities. First, they will collect all the application forms from the candidates, for example, like cover letter, resume, and other else. Next, they will screen through all the candidates and select the most suitable candidates. Next, which is the third step, the employers will call the candidate for a face-to-face interview session. The next question is, what kind of selection method that your company will use to recruit qualified candidates? And the employers, firstly, they will provide assessment tests for the candidates. The candidates who pass through the assessment test, they will go to the next steps, which is the face-to-face interview. During the face-to-face interview, the candidates will be chosen based on the performance during the interviews and the way they answer the question. The next category that I would like to talk about is internship and voluntary opportunity and the specialist recruitment. The question is, does your company provide any internship or voluntary opportunity for fresh graduates in the past few years? HSBC does not provide any voluntary opportunities for the fresh graduate. However, they will also provide management training program, and this program will put the fresh graduate under for around 3 months. And it is similar to internship, which candidates will be taught and trained for the proper process. The next question is, do HSBC hire any fresh graduate from specialist recruitment agencies? They do hire fresh graduate from specialist recruitment agencies like EPS, Kelly Services, Great Malaysia, and they also did hire them from open interview. And this is all my part. Thank you. And now I would like to pass to my friend Heei.
My name is Siaw. I would like to talk about the last part of our interview. The question that we asked will be, any IQ test provided for the fresh graduate in this firm? There are 2 types of IQ tests provided for the fresh graduate, which are online numerical and verbal reasoning aptitude tests. Those aptitude tests each take about 20 minutes to complete. For example, they have a triangle to ask how many companies is inside to see how alert and focused you are. For a multinational company like HSBC, which is globally present, they have to follow certain rules and policy. The last question they ask is the recommendation besides from attending class and study well, attending more workshops that organized from another employer. In working life, the most important is skill and experience. Study is important also. It can let us to gain more knowledge and apply the skill into your workplace. In order to develop the skill, other than study, try to get involved in events, club or society. We can probably gain more experience and get used to it so that we can apply it to our future workplace. Now I will talk about the conclusion that we had learned through this interview section. The first one is get involved or participate in extracurricular. Sometimes, if we participate extracurricular, we can apply it for our future workplace. Next, we can enhance our skill and knowledge when we are working. Try to get some part-time job so that we can enhance our skill. We should go for internship also. Although the internship is only like for few months, but it can gain experience on it. Next is employer like the employee who are willing to ask and learn. Those who are willing to ask and learn only will improve their skill and also knowledge. Lastly is higher qualification also is important. That's all for our presentation. Thank you.